A lot of brands assume their landing page isn't converting because of the design. They think they need trendier graphics, flashier visuals, new layouts, but in reality, most landing pages fail because of the basics. Things like messaging, trust signals, friction in the checkout process, weak calls to action. These impact conversions far more than the design ever will. Today, we're going to walk through 6 core optimization tactics that actually move the needle. These are practical, proven changes that you can make to ensure your page doesn't just look good, it actually performs. Let's start by talking about the pricing display format, which really is talking about the perception of value. Most shoppers are not going to calculate percentages in their head. They react to how a discount is framed. So if you look at our example here, $79 was $99 versus save 20%, $79. It's the same price. However, the first one makes the deal feel more tangible because customers are seeing exactly what they're saving. Versus save 20% off, you're actually asking the customer to do a little bit of math, and they're usually not going to do that. So how you frame your discount can make a very big difference in how your customer perceives that value and whether or not they're actually going to click add to cart. Key takeaway, different discount presentations trigger different psychological reactions, and you have to test to find out what works best with your audience. Let's talk about shipping. Shipping is a big tipping point for customers. No one likes getting to a checkout page and seeing a very high shipping fee. It's one of the top reasons for cart abandonment rate. So what we're going to test is showing that free shipping threshold earlier in the shopping journey. So adding something in your cart that says you're $15 away from free shipping can help the shopper because it turns shipping from a cost into kind of a goal. And often they will add more products into their cart because they know they want to get that free shipping versus getting to the checkout page and realizing that their shipping fee is really high. The test here is all about timing. Can you show some information earlier in the process, aka how to get that free shipping versus letting it happen at the very end? See if you could increase average order value and reduce cart abandonment rate. This third principle, urgency and scarcity. This is a very big marketing principle, and it's a very simple thing that you can test. The idea here is when shoppers see messages like only 3 left in stock, or there's a countdown timer for a sale that's about to run out, that creates a fear of missing out. And that means they're going to be more likely to buy right away instead of waiting. It's just a psychological trigger. So you want to compare adding urgency messages versus adding no urgency at all to see if that urgency and scarcity pushes people to buy a little faster or buy it all. Let's talk about images and media formats. So when someone is shopping online, they don't get to actually feel a product. They don't get to test it out. They don't get to see what it looks like on them or smell it or understand what it looks like in their home. And so you, as the merchant, have to give them more ways to understand what the product is going to be like in real life. This is going to build trust and it's going to reduce hesitation. So our example here is if you are a fashion brand, instead of just showing flat lay product images, do try on videos, show 360 views of the product and see if any of those types of media formats increase engagement and conversion. Really, you want to answer the shopper's question, which is, what does this look like in real life? What does this look like on me? What does this look like on a real person? Always experiment with your media formats. They are very simple, straightforward tests. Swap your static images for video or lifestyle content and just see what impacts your conversion rate. Our fifth principle is navigation flow. Your navigation plays a very big role in your conversion rate. Sometimes if a menu is too cluttered or it's overly segmented, shoppers can get overwhelmed before they even make it to the product page. Test here is simple. Test a shop all button versus the different segmented categories. Really what we want to test is if showing fewer menu options actually reduces friction, because reduced friction is going to be a faster path to add to cart. So mess around with your menus and see whether your customers actually really want all those options or whether they just need something more straightforward, and see what leads to higher conversions. Page length and content density. When we're really talking about this, is how much information your customer needs to see to make a purchase. So oftentimes when a page is shorter and sections like your reviews or your FAQs are hidden in accordions, people can scroll further to get to that add to cart button, and they can actually seek out the content they're looking for without getting overwhelmed with all that extra content. When you put everything on a page and nothing's really hidden, sometimes it can feel really overwhelming to a customer and they will drop off or bounce before even getting to an add to cart. The goal that you want to test here is you don't want to hide information. Instead, you want to present it in a way that's easy to consume. So, A/B testing helps you find the balance between how much content you're showing and how it's formatted in a way that builds trust and also keeping that page light so it's easy to consume for shoppers. And our last principle is your merchandising order, which is really all about how your products are displayed and in what position you put them on. So what that means is showing your high value products or your best sellers or your best reviewed products first can often increase your average order value, because what your shopper sees first anchors the choices that they make. If you want an example of this, look at how Amazon structures their search pages. They are often putting their best sellers at the top. This is kind of what you want to do as well. You want to see if your best-selling products are your highest value products, and putting those first, serving that up to the customer before they have to scroll too far will increase to a higher average order value. Really, what you need to understand is that product ordering isn't neutral. It's just another growth lever that you can pull that can increase your revenue. And there you have it. The next time you start to wonder if your landing pages could convert better, skip the big redesign and instead look at your foundations. Start with these simple, straightforward tests like the ones we just walked through and find out what impacts your conversion rate. And if you need help, Shogun has a very easy to use low-code A/B testing tool that's available in the Shopify App Store, and you can get started for free today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and subscribe for more e-commerce strategies, tips, and tricks.